Perfect. So, hi everyone. How you doing? Let me see. I'll wait for a few people to come on. I'm a little late, 2 minutes late here, but let me see. Let me know. Type in the comments if you can hear me. Okay. Make sure you don't hear no background noise because I do have my Facebook running so I can see everyone comments. But if you are here, tell me what state you're watching from. Make sure you share this live. This live was supposed to be yesterday, but we ended up. Well, I ended up having a little migraine yesterday, so I had to reschedule for today. But anywho, and to everyone that's here right now, my name is LaShawn Jenkins with the Notary Institution. I help notaries with learning, more effective ways on marketing their business so that way they can get more clients and generate more leads. Now, in today's video, excuse me, we're in today's video, I'm going to be discussing how you can get into blogging and using it as a way to actually generate more leads for your website and also draw more traffic. So, how many people in here, first of all, actually have a website? And if you do have a website, type yes in the comments if you are actually blogging on your website. And then too, if you do have a website, also tell me what are you using on your website? Are you using Squarespace, WordPress, Wix? Pretty sure the list goes on. Some people are using Shopify. So type in the comments what you're using now. Y'all want to see me drinking some water because I have a little headache today and I need to drink some more water. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so we have, let's see who's in here. LaShonda, hi. Shonda Brown. We have Indiana, South Carolina, North Carolina, and New York. And Miss Shannon says, from New York, yes, I have a website, but I don't blog. So a lot of people, well, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but a lot of notaries are not blogging. And to be honest, it's really come from a thing of you don't know what you don't know. And that's just what it is. You don't know what you don't know. And I recently have started blogging myself, and I have been seeing some results for me. And also, when I study other people's websites and look at, how some of these bigger companies are bringing in traffic, besides them paying for advertisement and ads, they're blogging. They're blogging about a lot of different things. So let's see. I'll make sure I have my list here of all the things we're going to hit up, all the topics we're going to discuss. Hi. All right. So we already get into the introduction. So we already kind of talked about it, but the number one, well, first of all, we're going to talk about what is blogging. So blogging is basically like writing articles. Sometimes it can be your personal opinion. It can also be factual information, but it's basically you writing articles on your website that people can sit and read. And ultimately, to be honest, it's to keep people on your website and to keep your brand out there. Some people blog, their personal lives, where they write about things and, bring people in. But businesses blog about important topics within a certain space. So I'm going to get into, what notaries could blog about and stuff. But let's see. Miss Catherine, right? I don't have a website, but I sure need one. New to your channel, and I'm here building. I don't have an LLC yet, and intimidated by the website. Well, Miss Catherine. Oh, hold on. How you doing, Demetra? But Miss Catherine, there's no need to be scared. I mean, to be honest, if you don't know what you're doing, I'll be honest, you could get somebody to help you or pay someone to do it. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't even if you don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't even bother. I wouldn't even put that kind of stress on my body. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, Miss Catherine. Um, Kentucky. Oh, hey Ebony. VA website have a VA have website, not blogging, but I want to start. Oh, one more tip. If you are in the Facebook group, matter of fact, if you're in the if you are in the Facebook group and you comment, I can't see your name. It just shows up like that, what you're looking at right now. Let me see. I'm just gonna circle it. Let me refresh my page. So let's talk about some benefits of blogging. And guys, I am going to walk you through on how you can really get started. So the benefits of blogging, again, it absolutely draws traffic to your page. The thing is about blogging, sometimes it's not going to be a thing of where it's going to be instant and people read your blog and they're like, oh, I'm about to use her services. It really comes from when people start reading. The more time someone spends on your website, people are going to start looking around and realize like, oh, this person can probably help me, with something, with notarizations or whatever the case may be. So a way that you can get started is one, having your own website is the best way. Now, what platform you use is going to vary on how you do your blogs. So I'm going to actually show an example. I have a Wix website here. I mean, well, I have this is for a different business, but I'm going to show you how to start blogging like this using the Wix version of it. But if you have Wix, WordPress, Squarespace, normally they do actually have a blogging section on there where you can actually post and write articles. Now, before we get into blogging, first is understanding what topics are you actually going to blog about. So for the notaries specifically, you want to think about more industry related topics. So you can blog about trending news, trending things that's going on right now. So in your particular state, I know, like for example, somebody on here is from New York, if I'm not mistaken. Just recently, New York passed a law for the remote online notarization, right? If I'm not mistaken, that is something that you can blog about. You can blog about that bill. One way to find some topics in blogging is now in my mind, I think I'm just saying these things because it's really easy for me in my head to just come up with topics off the top of my head. And I mean tell you I'm coming off the top of my head, but a lot of things I do come off the top of my. This stuff comes off like come to my head automatically, but I know for others it's not as easy. So I'll make sure. So another thing you can use is don't forget to if anybody was on here for my video for Google keywords, keep in mind too, you still need to actually use keywords when you're blogging. So, for example, just recently, New York has passed a bill. Anybody knows the bill name for that? That's on here. Okay. No. So let me give you some tips on blogging. Now, when you're blogging, you cannot go on someone else's website and copy and paste their information. You really you can't do that. Now, right, what you can do is sometimes maybe you could rephrase it or write your own article or something. Get an idea, but at least give them a reference if you're going to do that. But just taking someone else's article and putting it on your website is actually not effective at all any type of way. So let me see something real fast for you all. I'm going to pull up the New York bill. So the first thing I do is I go on Google and I'll type in right now the topic we're just doing is remote New York remote online notarization bill, right? Okay, so what a NY Senate bill S1. So whatever you do blog about, oh thank you, Ebony. You want to make sure too that you give a reference to where you actually got that information from. Also, I'm not sure if anybody in here being college or everyone, we probably pretty much learn um basic, in text citations. When you give credit to resources, pretty sure all of us have been in those type of been in the class, and the same thing kind of applies online. All right, so let me see. I wanted to share my screen actually. So right now, everyone that's kind of here late, I'm just going over ways on how you develop your blog, your topic, so that way you can get your blog up and going. All right, so right here, this is an example about what you can blog about. You see in Google, I typed New York remote notarization bill. right? Here I type this in because especially for people who want to do Ron and you want to attract the clients and you want to attract clients who want to use remote online notarizations in New York, you want that's the topic you want to write about. And I'm gonna go over some more topics also, but right now we're just going to do like a quick walkthrough example. So here you'll see is remote notarization legal in New York. To be honest, that can really actually be your title, right there, and then you can write, introduction. It's like school, with the, you got your introduction paragraph, and then you got your supporting details, and then you have your conclusion. Blogging is the same exact way. Except for you want to make sure that you are using these keywords. You want to make sure that you're talking about remote online notarization in the state that a particular in the state that you're in or whatever the topic is. So is remote online legal in New York? You can blog about that. And then, this will kind of be your meat potatoes a little bit, talking about it. You can also put questions in at the bottom of your blog. And only reason I say this is what you can blog about because this is what people are searching for. If that makes sense. People are searching for this right here. So when you're blogging, this will help draw traffic because these words are already being used for searching. Another thing you can do to help is to help you with some topics, some future topics or whatever that you want to do is go to googletrends.com, which is right here. Oh, why did I just do that? Okay, I'm actually going to put Google Trends inside the thing. Oh, hey Cassie, I meant to say howdy to you earlier. I just seen your comment on the video. All right, so there you go. That's for Google Trends. Oh, let me see. Should I drink my water? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in. Well, I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to type copy and paste NY State Senate bill, and I'm going to search it. So what Google Trends is, it helps you find different topics that you can write about. What's actually trending right now. Sometimes you can study it to see what's going to trend. Certain things that you can write about. So I'm going to put that in there, and that's what you can blog about also. Don't mind. This is moving a little slow here. Oh, there's no data here. Well, it is a little bit. So New York City. Let's see. Sometimes if it's too specific, it can make it hard. Let me see. Or if we're doing the topic of remote online notarization, really, we can look at trends. We'll type this in. We're going to do remote online notarization. A remote online notary. Sure, something will come up. All right. So these are some of the topics here that people are talking about. Remote notary jobs. That's something that you can blog about. Oh, I can't even see that. These are the top states where it's being talked about in. Let's see. Now I will click this because these are words that people are already searching. So remote notary jobs. And these are different topics that you will blog about. You don't necessarily blog about it all at once. Notary signing agent job. So just to get into some of the topics you can blog about. So for example, if you know that you're going to blog based off of the services. The topics that you choose are based off of the services that you're using. So for example, if you know that you just want to focus on doing wills, power of attorneys, um, estate documents, then you need to be blogging about topics, about wills, wills and probates, estate planning. Those kind of topics is what you need to blog about. So one of your blogs probably need to be, maybe what is estate planning? Why is estate planning so important? Same thing for people who just want to get into medical, where they want to do advanced directives and things of that nature. You need to blog about topics, within the healthcare industry relating to advanced directives, wills, notarizing for elderly. Um, that's pretty much it I can think of on top of my head right now. Or for example, let's see, if you do jail signings, maybe you can blog about getting documents notarized for a loved one in jail, things of that nature. Apostle, or I hopefully I'm saying it right. Even if you're doing apostle services, some of the things you can blog about is I don't want to say immigrants, but sometimes it does tie to it. It will tie to them at times, but you know you can. Let me see. Actually, we can just type something in. I think about. Let me make sure I spell this word right. Or what type of documents do I need apostille when going to this country? Whatever the case may be. So look, I'm actually about to copy and paste this. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see. Maria, you Colorado can help others with building their website. Okay, Marissa. All right, so these are some of the you see the internet is showing up everywhere, but you know why they showing up everywhere? Because this is what they blog about. This is what they talk about. I mean, they already have these topics on their things, but this is a blog article right here. You can write or a landing page, really. But what is an apostle notary? Even though it really no such thing, but you can blog about that and write exactly what it is. And it's not a lot of data for it either. So sometimes with Google Trends, you won't see too much, but the best way is honestly sometimes to type in Google and see exactly, what people are searching, and then you can write about that. Now, I think we have time to do a little in-depth blogging. Let me see. I'm gonna go to my Wix website, and we're gonna do a mini vlog here. And you know what? Is to be honest, there's not a lot of notaries blogging, but if you're in a saturated area, and I'm not really gonna say saturated, but if you're in an area where there is a lot of, how can I put this? You're in an area where it's highly competitive, where there are where there are a lot of notaries there, or just a huge area like a major city like Dallas, Austin, Houston, some like you're in the heart of Houston, like it, like you're in the city, it could be hard. But blogging helps with bringing your SEO up there, helping with your Google My Business page. Your website is going to help you on Google, but it starts with blogging. And then we are going to, as I make more videos, guys, we're going to get more into building out your website, as far as like with the landing pages. But blogging is a start for everyone. How you doing, Takesha? So Takesha said, how often should we blog? Now, blogging does take time. So if you want, you can blog once a week. You can blog twice a month. It's really sometimes up to your schedule. To be honest. Oh, hi, Matherin. Yeah, it's really kind of up to your schedule, but you should be blogging. I will say pretty often. I'll say blog, depending on what kind of traffic you want to bring. I will say blog about especially trending topics in the notary industry, and I'm not talking about social media, just social media topics. Even with notary, sometimes if you want, you can blog about pricing and stuff like of that nature if you want. But just keep in mind that you want to stay focused on blogging about the type you want to think about the audience that you actually want to draw to your website. I mean, be honest, you don't want to draw a bunch of notaries to your website. That's not the goal. The goal is to draw more clients to your website. So, for example, I will blog based off of some of the documents that I notarize. Like, for example, car titles. You can blog about that. You can type in car titles into Google and see what comes up. You could write a whole entire blog about the importance of getting your car title notarized. And in some states it's a law where they require it, some states don't. So that is examples of like attracting clients. Blogging about topics that people are searching for based off of the documents that you notarize. Even like TSP forms, school forms, you can blog about those things, blog about the importance of it, and you can get those ideas from Google. So hopefully I answered your question, Keisha. Hi, Matherin. Oh yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. So I'm actually gonna get into the blog on Wix. So how many people on here use Wix? If not, let me know. I personally like Wix. So I'm kind of going to get into. Hmm, all right, hold on. All right, we're gonna get into the steps on actually, starting the blog. So this process will look different depending on what platform you're using. It will look different, just depending on I don't know, depending on if you're using WordPress, but pretty much all blogs are kind of the same. So actually, let me just show. First, I'm gonna show you an example, and I'm actually going to show you the Notary Institution website one, and then I want to show you how you can do your own blog and how it should be organized. So one, guys, when you're doing your blogs, let's make sure they organize. Organization is key with the blogs. Very important. But luckily, there's tools when you're creating your blog that allows you to organize it easily. So I want to go to the notaryinstitution.com blog. Maybe I should actually make it easier to find it because I'm up here. I was right there. So I'm going to type it in. Well, I'm going to copy and paste the link inside of the chat. So this is the Notary Institution blog. You can hop on, click the link and visit. So that way you can follow along with me about what I'm about to kind of explain here. All right. So when you are doing your blogs, you want to make sure that you are organizing your blogs by categories. And what I mean by categories of the topic. So that's why I said you can blog about different topics. It's just you have to make sure that it's organized. So for example, this is the blog, and you'll see this is universal though. I mean, if you go to the NNA's website, you'll see the same thing how they have the blog organized. So and you organize it by categories. So someone can go to your website and they actually find, let's say for example, like or normally when you go to the blog and it's all categories, most likely it's going to show the most recent blog that was published, and you're just going to see all the blogs. It's not going to be in no particular order for the most part, unless my part I can change this, but I don't want to. So you want a person to be able to go on your website and actually pick a category that they want to research. So let's say if I'm a customer and I need my power of attorney done, but maybe I want to do some research about power of attorneys on your website first, before I just get it notarized. You want that to be a category on your website. So break it down by category, see how to become a notary, how to become a signing agent. This is just the setup for my business that I need in order to draw the clients that I need for mine. But for yours, it's going to look a little bit different. You could type new setup, whatever. But that's as this works out for me. And let me zoom in. Now, what happens is when it's organized by the categories, when I make my blogs, I actually have to tag the blog into that category. So let's see taxes, notary taxes. These are all the articles that are about taxes that I set the tags up for, so that it can go inside of the correct category. But it's going to show all the ones that I placed in that category so far. It makes sense. So we're gonna get started. I want to show you how to get started with the blog on Wix, particularly. So one, you want to make sure that you organize your categories, and normally, I believe on most of them you'll have to tag them. So let's see. Let's see. So even for example, you can blog about notary near me, notary service near me. So when you're blogging, oh, let me go back. Well, when you're writing your blogs, I should say. Oh, it's blurry here. Or let me know if y'all can see if it look a little janky or not. 'Cause on my end, it looks. Oh, there we go. So this you can start with blogging on Wix like this. So go basically you go over here to the left, hit blog, and for the most part, even like on WordPress, normally whatever you're using, there is a blog section on there where it allows you to blog and organize it by the category. So here you'll put get started. We'll click get started. Now, I think when I zoom in, it makes my thing move a little slow or something. All right, so here's an example. You'll write the blog. So here, and also too, blogging is very key, especially with SEO. But right now, so here you see it says add a catchy title. Let me see what we can talk about today. Whew, let me see. Let me see what states we have on here. Let me see. There's a lot of Virginia people on here. The thing about it. Let me see. I think traveling notary is a keyword. Is it? I think it is. Let me see. I gotta do some research on this keyword. I think traveling notary is. Let me see. See, that's the thing. When you're writing, you still gotta always check to see if something is really a trending keyword. So I'm just writing a catchy title in there. Traveling notary. Let me see. I really kind of want to narrow it down to the state. Let me see. Let me see something. Now I'm going to actually share something that can help you all write blogs, so that way we not over here struggling. I want to say struggling, but we don't have to use too much brain power. This I'm about to drop the link in here, but now they have like different programs that can help you with blogging. And what I mean it helps you come up with the topics. It helps you come up with the introduction. Actually, it really kind of writes it out for you, for the most part. But it does help you, create your blog so that way you're not sitting here, trying to figure it out. And I actually could show you how the program works. Oh, thanks, Ebony. All right, so this is an AI software, artificial intelligence. It's a thing basically where they write content for you. So it does cost to use, but to be honest, I spend money every month to use this because it helps me write down. It helps me paraphrase everything for me. It helps me get my thoughts together, as one, because I have so many thoughts that just run through. And sometimes, some people, I know I suffer like writer's block where you just really can't think at the moment. And these tools right here help you. So, what it does is it writes out your blog articles for you. Um, Sometimes on they have a feature on here where you can just type a little bit and it literally helps you it literally helps you with creating the title, writing it out, paraphrasing it. It will expand on certain things. And I want to say, how much is it a month? But this called writesonic.com. They must be updating this website here. It's definitely a little janky. There we go. So these are the different plans. Let me see. I'm gonna zoom in. I think the one I have is the $45 one. Yeah, they have changed this, but I think they have a little discount code. But for $45 a month, it writes out everything for you. Even the website on your content, you can get it to help write that out. So you don't have to spend a lot of money paying someone to write things out for you, because you can actually outsource blogging where you can actually pay someone to research the topics and they'll do it for you. You can go on Fiverr or you can go on textbroke. Oh shit, I want to say it's textbroker.com. And now I want to tell you the difference between Fiverr and the text broker. Yeah, text broker. Basically they write content for you. Now text broker, I had better experience over there with them, and I think it's because on Fiverr, sometimes it's a language barrier between some of the people on Fiverr. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be cheaper on Fiverr. Don't get me wrong, but also on Fiverr, it's a huge language barrier sometimes, and sometimes the English. I'm not sure what they're writing sometimes, but sometimes like I guess how it translates to English language, it doesn't read well. But on broker, um, normally the person that writes it is a person from America, and it's pretty well written, where to where so it don't read funny. So I'm actually gonna put this one in there too, and it's not too bad. And to be honest, a blog don't need to be really long either. So about 500 words at the most. So anywho, I want to show you how to use this other program right here though, because to me, this is easier. I don't have to wait on nobody or anything of that nature. So this is what the back end looks like for the text pro. Look for Writesonic, and that was this right here. This playing thing right here. I'm gonna exit out of there. Okay. So first thing is you need a website. I mean, an idea. So let's somebody throw out an idea that we should write about, and I'm going to put it in this program. So you see, it writes all kinds of things for you. So this is you see, it gives you article ideas, article intros, and it helps you write the outlines. Now this is for people. This is for people. Let's say for example, you might have the idea. Okay, that's you can have the idea, but also when you're writing your article, you need to have a structure. So it needs to have a really good intro right there, right after the title. And then let's say for example, you do want to write your own article, but you're just not sure of the flow that you want to go by. In this right here, as long as you have the idea and the intro, it will write out the outline for you. Now, if you need the whole article written, that's fine. Now they got different versions here. They've been updated. They update this program. Honestly, I'm gonna say almost every day I see something new on here. Like before, this wasn't on here, but this always been here. So I'm gonna use this one. So let me see. We have anybody? Nobody has no topics. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna do. Let's see. And mind you, even when using these, so let's see. We're gonna do notarizing out of state documents. I just typed that in Google and that actually had came up. So we're going to do the topic notarizing out of state documents. This is going to help generate ideas of what can be what they're going to write about. So here it gives you different options. If you don't like these options, you can always um hit generate more ideas and more ideas will come up. Let me see. Can I notarize documents from out of state? Now what's going to happen is it's going to take you to the next step and it's going to give you the intro. All right. So you can sit and you take your time. For the most part, I do take my time and read this. And it's only because sometimes anything with technology, sometimes things are not readable. If you understand what I'm saying, when you're reading something, you be like, okay, I need to add this. But the thing is, what this does is it helps you come up with the idea and it helps you to where it's like you're not starting completely from scratch trying to write an article. Especially if you're trying to do this once a week or twice a week, these tools and these resources are going to 100% help you be able to write faster and put out content quicker. Let's see. Documents do need to be notarized. Okay, I don't know. If you're a resident of the state, I'm just gonna choose that one for now. It was just too long for me to read. So now what's happening is after it had after I chose the intro, now it's going to choose an outline that I can use. And at the end of the day, what's going to end up happening is I'm just going to end up copying and pasting this. Whew. Now this is really this is really not, I will say, for notaries, because this is kind of for on a different aspect of things what they have going on here. But this is just an example of like what type of article, like what you on how to use this program. So it picks up the outline. Now, mind you, you can actually go in here and click and change it and tweak it if you like. But whatever you tweak it to, that's what it's going to write about. So here I'm going to hit write an article, and we wait for it to load. And personally, I recently had just found out about this. Oh, you can edit this in Google Docs. Okay, they changed it up. All right, so as you see, look, it written out the whole article for you. Look at this. Now, keep in mind, I honestly sometimes I would tweak it depending on what state I'm in, and that's only because I want to make sure I stick with keywords of the state. So, for example, if you are in Virginia, like Ebony is, you know, I will put how can I get a Virginia notary commission? Because I'm being real specific about the audience that I want to target. Yeah, you see, it writes out everything for you. So you like me, I would go in here and I would tweak it a little bit. But to be honest, just look how much time we just saved. Like honestly, all you have to do now is just spend time reading it, editing. Put a little your edit to it, put your little spin on it, and boom, you already have your article. Now it does get tiring, so I say you can probably do about 2 or 3 of these a day. Like to be honest with you, and two, it does save your article. Now I'm actually going to show you a little bit of how this should be formatted when you put it on your blog. Well, when you put it inside of on the website on the blog. Now, if you're doing remote online notarization, you want to start blogging. I'm just going to tell you that now. All right. So let's say you can write a catchy title, but I'm just going to use this one for now. All right, so I'm just going to copy and paste all of this. Now I want to show you another trick too. After we copy and paste this, I'm actually going to show you another trick also. So this is the title. Oh. Now, which sometimes you can have two different titles where it'd be like a catchy title. Let me see. I don't know. I'm trying to edit this. Oh, I see. I see what they did. All right. So Wix already kind of do it for you. So I was actually about to go do something else. All right. So I'm gonna copy and paste. Oh, I'm definitely on the wrong thing. There we go. So I'm gonna copy and paste this. Actually, I'm just gonna copy and paste it all at one time, and then I'm gonna go back and show you something. All right. So I just copy and paste the whole entire blog in there. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, guys, this is between the people on this channel, okay? You know, this is our little secrets here. But I do appreciate everyone that's here though right now because this right here is what we need to be doing, guys. Anywho, all right, let me get into this. So, oh, they already formatted for me. So, depending on what program you're using, now I want to tell you something, guys. When you are writing blogs, you want to make sure that you have the font size identified correctly. So I'm not sure if anyone is like familiar. You know, when you go over here and you see heading 2, 3, heading 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, paragraph. This is very, very important because one, it helps Google read be able to read your articles honestly because what they will end up doing is sometimes they'll actually rank your article, but they're only able to rank it if it's organized correctly, so by it being readable. So the first thing is now it don't have heading one on here, and that is because the title is automatically considered heading one. But heading one is the main priority, is the main one. Now when you are doing the headings, you always want to make sure the headings have keywords. Now, in this instance, our keyword clearly is notarized documents. Notarized documents, notary commission. You see sometimes the English be a little, off on here, but it's okay. But what I want to get into is so you want to make sure, like, so for example, right here, this is heading one, this is heading two. And then as you see right below it, it will be paragraph. And that's how, when you do your outlines, that's how it should be heading, paragraph, heading, paragraph, heading, paragraph. And that's on everything. So, did I break that down? Was that understandable? You welcome, Latanya. Or Latanya. Well, it's actually Latanya, right? That's how it needs to be broken down. Now, I need to fix this because I know. And do it in bold so one could be readable to other people so it don't look all crazy. So people be easy to find. But that's how you structure your blogs also. Heading paragraph, heading paragraph, heading paragraph. Now, let's say for example, if you don't want to use heading 2, you can use heading 3. You need to make sure that you're consistent with the heading. So if you use heading 3 paragraph, heading 3 paragraph, then that's what it needs to be throughout the blog. Or let's say for example, like you do something like you want to do a recap of all of this and you do it in bullet points. Then you'll do heading 3 and then you'll do paragraph because you're separating that. This is different from that, if that makes sense. Now that is your blog. Let's say we got our blog up here. Now the next thing you want to edit is the SEO settings of the blog. That's also important. Now, luckily, guys, we have rights on it here. Let me see. Did something unclick over here? I've seen something. Hold on. I'm gonna have to zoom out. My thing moving a little janky right now, guys. Just hold on. Hold on real fast. It's moving real slow. So the numbers refer to the font type. Ye numbers. Are you talking about the font size number, Cassandra? I think I got hit save. Let me see. I'm trying to actually show the SEO settings over here. I don't know what's going on. Now, I'm trying to oh, yes. Well, kind of a little bit. Like you can change like on Wix, you can change the size of the heading font size, but the font sizes do have to be different and they have to be consistent across actually really across your website. So that's why like sites like Wix, WordPress do make it easy towards like you're not you could save default settings in there towards like you're not always trying to figure out what font size am I using for heading one and what font size I'm using for heading two. Let me see. I'm trying to get to the SEO settings on this. Oh, there we go. It's been a little slow over here. I don't know what's going on over here. Hmm. Well, I don't know about the SEO settings over here. It's moving a little janky. Actually, let me exit out all these extra windows. Sometimes that stuff slows down my computer. Oh, I definitely. Yeah. All right, hold on, Miss Cassandra. I'm up here. I'm trying to fix this. What's going on over here? Let me exit out of that. Okay. So another thing too, when you're doing your blogs, let me share the screen. All right, there we go. Oh, it is doing that. Oh, reset this. Hold on. I might need to clean my computer off because it's definitely moving slower than usual. But it is a lot. That rice on it do be taking up a lot of memory for some reason. But I do need to sit down and clean this off. So also too, when you're doing your blogs, you want to make sure that you have a nice cover image on there. And how I got to that is here you go to post settings, hit hit settings. Well, you seen it just came up. I don't know. It's moving a little janky right now. So we probably have to do another video for this. But you'll go to settings and hit this. Okay, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely moving a little janky for me right now. But you need to make sure that the SEO settings are right. And basically, the SEO settings is like when you go. Actually, maybe I can just show it on mine's because I don't know. This is moving a little janky, and I'm just going to go to one of my blogs and show you all. Is that better? I want to show it from a different perspective here. Oh yeah, Matherin, thank you. Don't forget to like this video. Great information. Yeah, guys, don't forget to like. Don't forget to show up. Um, I do have more lives coming. My goal is to push myself for twice a week. twice a week to go live. I went live on Wednesday and then I went live Saturday. Technically, I'm still in the same week. So now I need to do another live. I'm going to do two lives. My goal is two lives a week. Two lives a week. Now I'm going to show you blogging from my end on my website just to break down. But depending on what platform you're using, it will look completely different. Now sometimes too, you're gonna always Hassan O'Shea. I'm back up here. I've been running again. I gotta get my people. I gotta get everyone to come back. I'm letting everybody know I'm here. I'm coming back, guys. Oh, I got blogs written that I have not published yet. Whew. All right, let me see. I didn't publish this one. It's been a while. This is an old blog. Actually, I think I paid someone to write this, but then when I read it, I didn't like it. So, and that was from Fiverr, just so that everyone know. All right, I'm just going to show an example of what I was trying to show you on Wix. Wix is being a little janky right now. So, for example, what I was trying to show you is so first you want to have a blog image over here. Now, this blog is on my website, but it's actually not published. But one, you want to make sure you choose a blog image, and you can do those in Canva. You can create that in Canva. And most websites they will give you the size of it, so you do not have to guess trying to figure it out what size it need to be. And I think if I'm not mistaken, Canva automatically has this feature where it will automatically size it for you. But just in case it does not, you can always type in the custom dimensions for you. Now, this is also important too, is putting an image SEO tag on there. So like for this particular blog, like what I would have put, because this is about what is a notary public, I just would have put notary public. And what that does is it helps my image to be found in the search engine. So if someone searching images on Google, what is a notary, my blog image will pop up. Now, this is what I was talking about here over here with tags. On this one, this needs to be fixed because I don't even think I had these tags no more. But these tags will place my article in the right category on my website. So I'm just gonna put how to become a notary. Now, this is more like the SEO details, and this is to optimize your website to where so one you could really be found on Google. A lot of people don't pay this no mind, but this is the link that people will use to find your website. Now, you want to make sure one it's a short link, it's not too long, and you do want to make sure you're using the keywords. So this particular one would be notary public. I'm gonna copy and paste this. Now you can't use spaces in these. What you need to do is to separate these. So two different words. Use an underscore, and that's how you do that. Now, page title. Let me hold on. Let me break this down for you all guys. Hold on. This is important. Okay? Very important. Now, I'll be honest with you. You don't even have to write this because we're gonna use rights on it. But the page title, god dang it. That was unnecessary. All right, so the page title here, we're gonna type that in. So this is the title of the article, and the page title is different from the title of the article. It's gonna be two different things. It's gonna be kind of similar, but it's really honestly two different things. Because the page title is what shows up here in the tab. If that makes sense. How you doing, Step and Latanya? Shoot, Miss Simmons. That's what we're gonna call you. All right, so we're gonna use Sonic for that to do the SEO details because Sonic does that. We're gonna save our brain power here. So on Rights on It, you'll go. Oh, let me see. Website. There, I knew it was here. I'll go to SEO. It look a little different, guys, because I'm like really zoomed in and I can't see all the options. So here you'll put in, because what we're trying to do is, hold on. All right. What we're trying to do is make sure that we actually, hold on. They changed this. I'm gonna use the homepage one. No. I'll use this one. So you go to SEO meta tags with this rights on it, go to blog posts, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna type in what is a notary public, and then I'm gonna go up here because it asks for the blog, like a description of the blog. So you can write that in too if you want. Or actually, what I want to do is I'm just going to take like this first sentence here. You see that English? It was off over there. That's why I had to take that down. So the search term is going to be, I'm put notary public. And to be honest, this software is really smart. So sometimes you can have typos, and I'll be honest, it just picks up on it. Like you really don't have to worry about certain things. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to give us the information that we need to put inside of the meta tags over there. The meta title is going to give you the answer. So here, the page title, you give us the answers. What is a notary public? Boom. Then also it gives you the description to put in there. And this is SEO optimized, it's search engine optimized, search engine friendly. So this is going to help you to be found for Google for your blog just by using this program. You can choose anyone. Sometimes I just do it based off of the one that I feel like that fits best for my article. I'm a notary public, so here I'll use this for that one. Copy and paste, boom, and that's that. And then also too, make sure you update an image too on your blog, and that is how you optimize, your blog for SEO to be found. So when you're writing your blogs, it's about one having a trendy topic about whatever the audience is that you're searching for. You want to make sure it's a good topic. Let me take this out. On top of making sure it's search engine friendly, make sure it's optimized for search engine optimization when you are writing your articles. And to be honest, you don't have to spend time trying to pull it from scratch. Taking other people's articles is not going to be good for you because Google does recognize familiar content. Like Google really can recognize if you went on someone else's website and you turned around and copied and pasted the whole website and what changed about 3 or 4 words or something. Like Google could recognize that kind of stuff. You can get penalized for that. So you don't want to get penalized. You want to have the most original content. And with that software that I showed you, it gets you started. Now you can always rephrase it and rewrite it up a little bit, to your voice and your style, but it does get you started. Now blogging, it does bring you traffic. It helps draw traffic to your page. It helps rank your website on the front page. Because to be honest, nowadays everyone is on the internet, but not everyone is on the internet, using it wisely. And another thing, I would recommend too is that once when you build up enough blog posts on your website, I know everyone on here is into social media, and that's going to be the next video is discussing, how do you really use social media to draw on clients. When you're doing your blogs, to be honest, your content is going, once when you have content on your website, your social media post is going to be the content from your website. You're not going to spend hours trying to figure it out because you already have your own content. but that's gonna be the next video. But if anybody on here, let me know if this video was helpful. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you are subscribed. I will be back next week with the live for you all. Next week we're gonna be talking about social media. We have a lot of lives scheduled coming, so just stay tuned. If you are here, you really want to learn how to really market your business online and how to use it to where so you can actually draw in more clients for rather it's going to be for general notary work, loan signings, for people who doing remote online notarization, whatever service you're providing. If you're struggling on trying to figure out how to bring in more clients, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you do that. I'm here to enable you with the tools and the resources so that you can at least get started on your own. And even if it's not something that you want to do, you could pay someone to do, but at least you know what you're paying them to do and you can tell them exactly what you want. So everyone, I've been here for an hour. It's Saturday night. I'm sure some people got to go out. I'm going to eat dinner now. So, everyone, thank you for tuning in. And make sure you're following and subscribe because I do post all the updates on when I want to go live. And I will make sure that I provide valuable content for you all. And everyone, have a good night.